What's up, everybody? O'Gillery. Y'all see what I'm doing Tuesday evening. I'm sitting in the cut. My back was bothering me today. I just want to make a quick video and share some of my thoughts with y'all this Tuesday evening. Okay, the May over there, she cashing out. We sitting in the cut. And yeah, I'm just sitting here drinking and thinking. Thought I'd just share a little bit of how I'm feeling with y'all this Tuesday evening. The old situation going on, everybody talking about with the recent incident, the recent episodes that's been going back and forth on social media, and people chiming in and saying this and that and the other, you know, about Carmelo Anthony's case. And I'm just gonna share my little quick thoughts with y'all. I was raised in a time where if you throw a stone, you better be prepared to deal with the outcome of that stone you threw. You understand me? It's the times we living in now is just diabolical, man. We got this crazy man running the country, and we got so much racism out here. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just nothing has changed. It's just been swept under the rug and hid for so long, so many ways. They try to hide it, but it's all coming out now. It's all coming out, y'all. This Carmelo Anthony situation, man, is opening up a whole lot of, you know, avenues of the levels of diabolical racism these people do to get their point across. You know, there were several cases years ago where this same scenario has played out, and it was a different outcome. You know, it's clearly a racist system we living in. It's really hard for black folks out here. I'm not trying to, you know, always throw out there. They want to say you playing a race card and all that. The proof is in the pudding, man. There's no such thing as a race card. America has been diabolical and racist from day one, man. This ain't no shit that just started happening. It's been going on for generations and generations and generations. And like I said before, I was raised in a time where if you throw a stone, you better be prepared to deal with the consequences. And what I mean by that is Metcalf would still probably be here if he wasn't a bully and thought he could just bully his way to the top, the way he tried to bully that young man and the other guys that was, if you watch the video, was other people involved. And, you know, you got to understand, man, when you start some shit, you don't know what the outcome of it gonna be. Unfortunately, the young man lost his life. It's unfortunate. Loss of life is always unfortunate, but that is a consequence to every action. And when you throw stones and you fuck with people the wrong way, you don't have the right to say what they gonna do. Or people say, I hear people on the internet say, I watch a lot of comments, people talking about, oh, he should never had a knife. He should have just fought him back. Or he should have just, but you don't know the situation unless you was there. It's easy for people to sit back and speculate. But the self-defense thing only applies to certain people, if you know what I mean. It's not designed for black folks. The self-defense is not designed for black folks. It's not. And you mean, you know, you got to understand me when I say they wasn't designed for black folks, because they always point the finger and look for something to blame and put off on us any damn way. And especially if their own kind is involved. And you want to say, well, people want to say, well, it's not a race thing. It's just principle, morals, and values. You know, all that shit. But that shit go out the window when you live in this country. You know, y'all never abided by morals and values and principles. You know, when y'all did all this diabolical shit y'all did way back in slavery times, all the way up to now, and all these politicians who run in the world still are racist. They come from the generation of racists, and they're just carrying it on, man. They just figured out a way to try to keep it covered up as much as they can, you know, but it's busting at the seams right now. You know, it's no more containing. You can't contain it no more. So, you know, like I said, you know, you got to be prepared to deal with the consequences of your actions, man. The young man probably would still be here if he wouldn't try to bully that boy and did what he did. You know, that's what it boils down to. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself and don't fuck with people the wrong way, because you don't have the right to say what they gonna do in return to your ass. You don't have the right to say, well, if I punch you in the mouth, who's to say you gonna try to punch me in the mouth? A lot of these boys out here, these youngsters out here, you know, they wasn't raised the way our generation was. You know, a lot of them ain't gonna tussle. They ain't gonna tussle with you. A lot of them gonna go grab that tool. You know, and yeah, that's just the reality of the world we live in now. You know, I don't raise bullies, and none of my boys ever start no shit with nobody, because they get along with they don't. If they feel like they gotta start some shit with you, they're not gonna hang around you. Period. But they're not gonna go and try to bully nobody and put their hands on nobody because they think they tougher or bigger than them, and you know, just for the hell of it. They're not gonna do no shit like that, because they wasn't raised that way. But see, the Metcalf family, based on all the evidence and shit that I done seen from his daddy, his brothers, and people, how their household ran, you know, they was very aggressive, bully type of young men. That's what they was. Their daddy's like that. If you go check him out and all the ranting he been doing lately and some of the racist shit he been saying, it's all clear now. Why your boy is in the ground dead, because it's because of the daddy's mentality. He raised them boys to be like that, thinking they badasses and can go around just pushing motherfuckers around, man. You know, like they say, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. You know, you can think whatever you want about what I'm saying. You know, you have your own opinion. This is my opinion. And a lot of the shit I'm saying is based on facts. It's based on facts, for the fact that everything I'm saying is, I seen the original video of what happened. A lot of people haven't. A lot of people just speaking on what they see on the internet and the outcome of the case, but they don't really know. They wasn't there. I wasn't there, but they wasn't there to know if this boy's life was really in danger, or if he was really felt like he was finna get fucked up by these boys. So he protected himself by however means he had to. But like I said, if the Metcalf boy would have kept his hands to himself, none of this would have happened. This should be a wake-up call to a lot of you out there who think you can just bully folks, put your hands on people, do shit to people, and there won't be no consequences. It just don't work like that, man. And it just don't work like that. Now, there's a lot of people that'll turn the other cheek and let you handle them and throw them around, and you know, and it's people like that out there who pass it. But then there's another type of people out there who ain't gonna put up with that shit. That boy, man, he wasn't finna put up with that. He felt threatened, he felt in danger, and he protected himself how he felt was necessary. You know, I'm not condoning nobody stabbing nobody or killing nobody or nothing, but hey, made the chips fall how they made when you go out of line and do shit like when you do shit like that. When you prepare, when you got enough nuts to bully a motherfucker, then you better be prepared to deal with what the consequences gonna be. And here in this situation, this boy lost his life fucking with that man like that. You know, there's a history in this country of many hundreds and thousands, probably more than hundreds and thousands of black folks and families that have been murdered and killed at the hands of white folks. I'm just speaking the real. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I'm speaking the pure facts. From slavery all the way up to now, the millions of cases, hundreds of thousands of cases of unsolved black murders, you know, unsolved incarcerations, wrongful incarcerations, murders, you know, of black families destroyed and killed. You know, and so y'all get a taste of what we've been going through for hundreds of years, if you ask me. You know, yeah. Y'all getting a taste of it, and it don't taste too good to y'all. You want to throw the book at this young man and not give him a fair trial. The daddy, the DA, the judge, and all of them motherfuckers in cahoots with each other. You know, it's all a racist cover-up, man. It is what it is. If you try to cut this situation any other way, then you just making up excuses, and you just want to holler the race card. But the proof is in the motherfucking pudding, man. This country was built on this type of shit, and it's still going on. It ain't never went nowhere. So say what you want, man, but look at the proof. Look at you know what I'm saying ain't lying. If he would have kept his hands still, what about that? You know, his daddy raising them boys to be the way they is, and then look what ended up happening. He ended up losing his life over that type of shit. You know? When he should have just minded his fucking business. And who are you to tell that boy he can't come in your tent and try to force him out of the tent like you own something? You know, you don't do that, man. It's one thing to have a verbal disagreement with somebody, talking back and forth, y'all cussing each other out, talking shit. But when you put your hands on a motherfucker and physically try to remove somebody or attack somebody in a attacking type of demeanor, in a way where you trying to rough them up, you can't say what they gonna do back to you. Some motherfuckers will kill you. You put your hands on them. You understand me? They'll kill you with a gun or a knife. You know, what if he just started whooping the shit out of him, and you know, he was a smaller guy, he couldn't defend himself against. They were bigger than him. So what was he supposed to do? He knew he couldn't win in a physical match. So he did what he had to do to get them the fuck up off of him, man. Like old Texas boy say on the internet, I forgot his name, man, but he spoke on it. He said there was an incident years ago where the same thing happened. This white boy ran this black dude down the street. The guy was fleeing from his property. He ran him down with a gun and shot him and killed him. Ran him down with a gun and shot him. And they let him make it with a self-defense. How the fuck did that happen? And how the fuck do you want me to believe this country is fair and it's just, we shouldn't be talking about race and it's not a race card type of thing? When shit and that's just one case. There's been hundreds of cases like that. When they do it, and it's a black person getting killed, it's self-defense all motherfucking day long. He shouldn't have been over there on that man's property. He shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have did that. But the man was fleeing, and he ran the man down, gunned him down, killed him. Because they say the man was trespassing on his property or whatever, the man was retreating, and he chased him down the street and shot him and killed him. You can look at the story up, man. It's on Facebook. I forgot the Texas white boy that was on Facebook talking about it. He had a Texas cowboy hat on, and he was speaking about it. Ran that boy down, shot him and killed him. And guess what the jury did? That's what they did. They gave him self-defense all day long. He got away. And he ain't the only one. There's hundreds of them that got away with killing black folks. Killing them. And that situation was nothing like the Carmelo Anthony situation. Carmelo Anthony was being attacked. You understand me? He was being attacked. So how you gonna say that's foul, man? How you gonna say people ain't supposed to be in an uproar when shit like that going on, man? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all, I tell you what, whatever y'all smoking, I don't want none of it. Cause it's fucking with y'all brains. I watch all these white folks on social media, on Fox Network, and all the racist comments and all the shit y'all be saying, man. I just scratch my head and just, but you know, it don't surprise me because I know the type of world we're living in. I've always known, but you know, it's just one of them things where it's just like, wow, man, you motherfuckers really don't give a fuck about black people. Black lives don't mean shit. That Chinese motherfucker at the store who killed that boy that was running away. You know, he didn't have to shoot that boy down like that. He got away with it. That Chinese store owner, he got away with that shit. Long as you killing niggas, it's all right. But as soon as we start killing y'all and doing something to y'all bitch ass, it's an uproar. It's an uproar. Oh, it's this, it's that. Oh, you finna get 35, 50, 60 years in penitentiary. We don't give a fuck if it was self-defense or not. You kill one of us, we gonna lock your ass up and give you an electric chair. But y'all kill us all fucking day long. Been doing it for hundreds of years, man. Hundreds of years y'all been doing this shit to black people, man. And getting away with it. You understand me? And getting away with it. So, you say what the fuck you want to say, but there it is, man, and that's proof. That's proof. Say what you want to say, but here I'm putting it out there. Y'all got to understand this, man. The type of country that we living in. It's always been one-sided, man. They just find a way to try to cover it up the best they can, and they want to act like everybody's equal, and oh, there's no more racism, and oh, this, that, and all that old bullshit they be trying to say, man. They can miss me with it. I know the truth, but there's so many of y'all black folks out there that's even brainwashed. Y'all don't even see it, man. You know. But I'ma always teach my boys and my family and all my nephews and sons, if somebody put their hands on you and you feel threatened, if they bigger than you and they whooping on you and they trying to do some bodily harm to you, you do whatever the fuck you need to do to get them up. If you got a pocket knife, you jug the fuck out their ass. That ain't no punk shit. That's defending yourself. Cause people like that'll kill you, man. They'll beat you to death. If you don't defend yourself, they'll beat you to death. Yeah. So that goes back to what I said before. My boys all can handle themselves pretty good. And second of all, they would never start no shit with nobody because they not bullies. They would never try to put their hands on nobody, especially somebody smaller than them. That boy was clearly smaller than the Metcalf boys. And they tried to do that shit to him, man. So let that be a lesson to all y'all out there. Put your hands on the wrong motherfucker, you don't know what the consequences is gonna be. So the best thing for y'all to do in that type of situation is to leave people the fuck alone and mind your fucking business. You could have said, man, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you. You can talk shit all day long. You can talk shit all day long. But as soon as you decide to put your hands on somebody, you don't get the luxury of saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that back to me. You don't get that luxury. You've made a decision. Put your hands on somebody, and you better be prepared to deal with the consequences. And you just might take a dirt nap. And you just might go underground forever. So, yeah, let that sink in. I'm finna get off of here, y'all. I done spilled enough. Old Guillory. Old Katie made like she making her way back to the vehicle. Old Guillory, I'm out. Peace.